Have you ever felt like life keeps throwing obstacles in your way, as if no matter how hard you try, things just don't work out? Have you ever caught yourself saying, "Nothing ever goes my way," or "I'm just not lucky," almost as if the universe itself is listening? What if I told you it is? What if the very words you speak, out loud or even in your mind, are the invisible code that programs your reality? What if every sentence, every phrase, every thought was shaping the world around you in ways you never even realized? This isn't just an idea from ancient philosophy or spiritual mysticism. Modern science now confirms what sages, prophets, and great thinkers have been saying for thousands of years. Words create reality. Neuroscientists have discovered that the words you repeatedly use rewire your brain. Cognitive scientists have proven that language doesn't just describe reality, it filters and shapes how you perceive it. And quantum physics is beginning to reveal that words may carry an energy that influences the material world itself. But here's the part they never told you. You can change it. You can reprogram the way you think, speak, and act. You can unlock the hidden power of language to reshape your destiny, overcome limiting beliefs, and create a reality that aligns with your true desires. Today, you're going to discover how. From ancient mystical traditions to modern-day scientific breakthroughs, we're diving deep into the hidden power of words, the secret force that has shaped civilizations, commanded the subconscious, and altered the course of history. By the end of this journey, you won't just understand the power of words. You'll know how to use them to transform your life. Because once you learn this secret, everything changes. The hidden programming of your mind. How words become reality. Have you ever noticed how a single sentence can change the way you feel? How one phrase can either lift you up or completely crush you? Think about it. A simple "you're amazing" can fuel confidence, while "you'll never be good enough" can haunt someone for years. But what if I told you that it's not just your emotions at stake? What if I told you that your brain, your decisions, and even your reality itself are being programmed by the words you use every single day? This isn't metaphorical, this is scientific fact. Neuroscientists have discovered that words do more than just convey meaning. They physically rewire your brain. Every time you repeat a phrase, whether positive or negative, your brain strengthens the neural pathways that make that thought more automatic. Over time, these repeated words become hardwired beliefs that shape your decisions, your emotions, and ultimately the world you live in. Consider this experiment. Dr. Andrew Newberg, a neuroscientist at Thomas Jefferson University, found that a single negative word can increase cortisol levels, the hormone responsible for stress and anxiety. On the other hand, positive words stimulate the release of dopamine and serotonin, rewiring the brain for happiness and confidence. But this isn't just a modern discovery. Philosophers, mystics, and spiritual leaders throughout history have warned us about the hidden power of words. Ludwig Wittgenstein, one of the greatest philosophers of language, famously said, "The limits of my language mean the limits of my world." If you lack the words to describe a thought, your mind literally cannot think it. The Bible opens with the phrase, "In the beginning was the Word." Ancient traditions believe that language is not just a tool, it is the force that gives shape to existence itself. The Quran teaches about the power of niyyah, intention, the idea that the words you speak carry divine weight, influencing not only your actions, but also the reality around you. In Hinduism and Buddhism, mantras are used to shape consciousness. Certain syllables are believed to vibrate at frequencies that influence the very structure of reality. Now let's bring it back to your own life. Think about the words you say to yourself daily. Are they uplifting or limiting? Do you tell yourself, "I'm capable, I'm growing, I'm becoming stronger"? Or do you unconsciously repeat, "I'm not good at this, I always fail, I'll never be enough"? Because here's the truth. Whatever words you choose, your brain believes you. And your beliefs, they become your reality. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, "I'm just not good at this," or "This always happens to me," as if life is scripted against your favor? Have you noticed how some people seem to radiate confidence while others constantly doubt themselves? even when they have the same skills, opportunities, and intelligence. What if I told you it's not luck, it's language? The way you talk to yourself, your internal dialogue, is the most powerful force shaping your success, emotions, and even your biology. Every thought you repeat becomes a command to your brain, strengthening neural pathways that either push you forward or hold you back. This is not just psychology, it's neuroscience. A groundbreaking study by Dr. Martin Seligman, the father of positive psychology, revealed that people who constantly use negative self-talk develop learned helplessness, a condition where they unconsciously train their brains to give up, even when success is possible. The Pygmalion effect, how your words become self-fulfilling prophecies. The Pygmalion effect is one of the most fascinating psychological phenomena, proving that your beliefs shape your reality. In a famous experiment, researchers told teachers that certain students were gifted, even though they were randomly selected. By the end of the year, those students outperformed their peers, not because they were actually more intelligent, but because the words their teachers used toward them changed their own self-perception. Now imagine what happens when you tell yourself, "I'll never succeed," or "I always mess up." Your brain searches for evidence to confirm your beliefs, a psychological bias known as confirmation bias. So if you tell yourself you're bad at socializing, your mind will amplify awkward moments and filter out moments when you were confident. If you tell yourself, "I'm always failing," your brain will focus only on setbacks while ignoring progress. The worst part? Over time, your brain strengthens these thought patterns until they become automatic. But here's the good news. This programming can be reversed. Rewiring the brain, the power of intentional self-talk. Neuroscience confirms that the brain is plastic. It constantly reshapes itself based on repetition. A study from Carnegie Mellon University found that people who practice self-affirmations before a stressful event, like a job interview or a speech, perform significantly better than those who didn't. Neuroscientist Dr. Jeffrey Schwartz at UCLA showed that replacing self-defeating thoughts with constructive ones can literally rewire brain circuits, reducing anxiety and boosting confidence. Research from the University of Toronto found that motivational words improve endurance and cognitive performance, proving that what you say to yourself directly affects your mental and physical capabilities. The nocebo effect, the dark side of self-talk. We've all heard of the placebo effect, where belief in a treatment can cause real healing, but few people talk about the nocebo effect, the opposite phenomenon, where negative expectations create real damage. In one study, patients who were told they might experience side effects actually developed them, even though they were given a harmless sugar pill. The same applies to self-talk. If you keep telling yourself, "I'm terrible at this," your body physiologically reacts. Your posture weakens, your cortisol levels rise, and your decision-making suffers. But here's the most important part. Your brain doesn't know the difference between truth and repetition. If you repeat something enough, your mind will accept it as reality. So the question is, what reality are you creating with your words? The philosophical and spiritual power of words, ancient wisdom meets modern science. Have you ever wondered why ancient civilizations place so much importance on words, mantras, and sacred texts? Why prayers, spells, and affirmations exist in almost every spiritual tradition? Could it be that words are not just symbols of meaning, but actual forces that shape reality itself? Philosophers, mystics, and religious scholars have known this secret for centuries. Long before neuroscience confirmed the brain-changing effects of language, ancient wisdom already recognized the hidden power of words. And here's the most fascinating part. Modern science is now proving what ancient traditions have been saying all along. The ancient mystical view of words as creation. From the Bible to the Quran, from Hindu scriptures to Buddhist mantras, ancient traditions have spoken about the creative power of words. The Bible. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. John 1:1. This suggests that language is not just for communication, but for manifestation. The Quran, be, and it is, kun fayakun. Words, according to Islamic tradition, are not passive. They are divine commands that bring reality into existence. Hinduism and Sanskrit. Mantras, ancient Indian texts describe Shabda, divine sound, as the source of creation. The Om mantra, for example, is believed to vibrate at the frequency of the universe itself. Jewish Kabbalah. Kabbalistic mystics believe that the Hebrew alphabet encodes the fabric of reality itself, and that uttering specific sequences of words can influence destiny. But this isn't just religious metaphor. This is now supported by modern research. How science caught up. The neurological and quantum power of words. Dr. Masaru Emoto's water experiment. A Japanese scientist, Dr. Masaru Emoto, conducted an experiment showing that words physically alter the structure of water. He exposed water molecules to different words, then froze and examined them under a microscope. Words like love and gratitude created beautiful, symmetric crystal formations. Words like hate and fear created chaotic, broken, and deformed structures. Since the human body is over 70% water, this suggests that the words we hear, speak, and think are directly influencing our physical health and emotions. Quantum physics and the observer effect. In quantum mechanics, scientists have found that particles behave differently depending on whether they are being observed or not. This means that consciousness itself has an effect on physical reality. Now apply this to language. If words influence thoughts and thoughts influence consciousness, then it means that the words you choose may be directly altering your personal reality at a quantum level. The linguistic relativity hypothesis, Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. This theory, supported by multiple studies, states that the language you use literally shapes how you perceive the world. Some indigenous tribes don't have a word for future, and as a result, they perceive time differently. Cultures that have multiple words for shades of blue can actually see differences in color that other cultures cannot. This proves that language is not just a way to describe reality, it is the filter through which we experience it. The philosophical view. Language is the architect of thought. Throughout history, great philosophers have understood that words are more than just sounds. They are the architects of thought itself. Ludwig Wittgenstein, 20th century philosopher. The limits of my language mean the limits of my world. If you lack the words to describe something, your brain literally cannot conceive it. Socrates and the power of inquiry. Socrates didn't just teach, he asked questions. He believed that the way you phrase a question determines the kind of answers you receive. Nietzsche on self-perception. We are all greater artists than we realize. Nietzsche argued that the way we describe ourselves in words creates the art of our lives. Now look at your own thoughts. What art are you creating with your self-talk? Are you trapped in a mental prison of negative words, or are you constructing a future of confidence and success? Unlocking the power of words, the takeaway. So what does all this mean for you? It means that you are constantly speaking your reality into existence. It means that every sentence you repeat is shaping your mind. Every thought you entertain is designing your emotions. Every word you choose is programming your future. If ancient traditions, quantum mechanics, neuroscience, and philosophy all agree on one thing, it's this. Words are not just communication. They are creation, language, and perception. How words filter reality. Have you ever noticed how two people can experience the exact same event, but interpret it completely differently? One person sees a rainy day as miserable and depressing, while another sees it as beautiful and refreshing. One person views a challenge as an obstacle, while another sees it as an opportunity. But here's the question. Why does this happen? The answer lies in language. Your brain doesn't experience objective reality. It experiences a filtered version of reality based on the words you use to describe it. This is not just a theory, it's a scientifically proven fact. The science of language and perception. Your mind is not a camera. It doesn't passively record the world. Instead, it constructs reality based on the words and mental labels you assign to things. The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, linguistic relativity. This theory, backed by cognitive science, states that the language you speak actually influences the way you perceive the world. Example, the Himba tribe in Namibia has more than a dozen words for different shades of blue, allowing them to distinguish colors that most Westerners literally cannot see. Some languages lack words for left and right. Instead, they navigate using absolute directions: north, south, east, west. Studies show that these speakers have superior spatial awareness compared to Westerners. Russian speakers can differentiate shades of light blue and dark blue faster than English speakers because they have separate words for them. This means that language doesn't just describe reality, it defines what you can and cannot perceive. And if language shapes perception, then the words you choose determine how you experience life itself. The power of labels, how words shape your self-image. Think about the words you use to describe yourself. Do you say things like, "I'm lazy," "I'm not good with people," "I'll never be successful"? Or do you say, "I'm disciplined," "I'm constantly improving," "I have what it takes to succeed"? Here's the truth. If you call yourself lazy enough times, your brain will filter out moments of productivity and focus only on moments of laziness. If you say, "I'm not good at math," your mind will shut down whenever numbers appear, reinforcing the belief. If you label yourself shy, unlucky, or bad at relationships, you'll begin acting in ways that confirm that identity. This is why great thinkers and spiritual traditions emphasize the power of words in shaping self-perception. Lao Tzu, ancient Chinese philosopher. Watch your thoughts, they will become your words. Watch your words, they will become your actions. Watch your actions, they will become your destiny. Buddhism and mindfulness teaches that awareness of thoughts and words leads to liberation from suffering. The Bible, Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. If you want to change your reality, you must first change the words you use to define it. Reframing reality, the art of changing perspective with language. Let's take a practical example. Imagine two people facing the exact same challenge. Person A says, "This is impossible, I'm doomed." Person B says, "This is a challenge, but I'll find a way." They are experiencing the same event, but their internal language is different. And here's the shocking part. Brain scans show that this simple shift in words activates different neural pathways. Negative words trigger the amygdala, the fear center of the brain, making the person more stressed and less creative. Positive reframing activates the prefrontal cortex, responsible for problem solving and resilience. The power of metaphors. The stories you tell yourself. Your entire life experience is shaped by the metaphors you unconsciously use to describe it. Let's say someone faces financial struggles. If they say, "I'm drowning in debt," this metaphor suggests hopelessness, no escape, and suffocation. "I'm climbing a mountain." This metaphor suggests progress, effort, and a clear destination. Same situation, different words, different mindset, different results. A study from Stanford University found that people who were told crime is a beast were more likely to support harsher punishments, while those told crime is a virus were more likely to support rehabilitation and prevention. This means that the metaphors you use don't just shape your emotions, they shape your decisions and actions. The takeaway: how to use words to transform your perception. Now that you know words don't just describe reality, they create it. How do you use this knowledge to your advantage? 1. Audit your self-talk. Pay attention to the words you use daily. Catch yourself when you say things like, "I'm bad at this," or "This is impossible." Replace limiting language with empowering alternatives. 2. Use positive framing. Instead of saying, "I'm stuck," say, "I'm figuring it out." Instead of "I always fail," say, "I'm learning from this experience." 3. Change your metaphors. If you see life as a battle, you'll always feel like you're fighting. If you see life as a journey, you'll embrace the ups and downs as part of growth. The subconscious effect, how the words you absorb shape your mind. Have you ever noticed how spending time around negative people makes you feel drained, while being around optimistic, motivated individuals lifts your energy? Have you ever wondered why some people seem trapped in cycles of fear, self-doubt, or even poverty, while others radiate confidence, success, and abundance? What if I told you that the words you constantly absorb from social media, conversations, music, and news are silently programming your subconscious mind? Because here's the shocking truth. Your subconscious mind is always listening. The human brain is like a sponge. It absorbs every word, every phrase, every repeated message, and stores it deep within. Over time, these words shape your self-image, your beliefs, and even your destiny. This is not just speculation. This is science. How the subconscious mind is programmed by words. Your subconscious doesn't think in logic. It thinks in repetition. If you hear something enough times, whether true or not, your brain begins to accept it as reality. A groundbreaking study from Dr. Bruce Lipton, a cell biologist and expert on the subconscious mind, revealed that 95% of your daily thoughts and actions are controlled by your subconscious mind. The subconscious is shaped before the age of 7 by the words and messages we repeatedly hear from parents, teachers, and society. Negative programming like "you'll never succeed" or "life is hard" becomes deeply ingrained and continues influencing decisions even in adulthood. Now here's the key question. What messages are being repeated to you every day? Think about the news headlines you read every morning. The songs you listen to, are they filled with uplifting messages or self-destructive themes? The conversations you hear, are they filled with possibility or limitation? Because every single one of these words is silently reprogramming your subconscious mind. The danger of repetitive negative language. The media's fear-based programming. Ever wonder why news is always filled with disaster, crime, and panic? It's because fear triggers the brain's survival instinct, keeping you engaged. But here's the problem. Repeated exposure to negative language trains your brain to expect the worst. Studies show that people who consume high amounts of negative news develop higher levels of anxiety and pessimism, even if their personal lives are fine. Social media and mental programming. Constant exposure to toxic comments, negative posts, and self-deprecating humor creates a feedback loop of negativity. Studies from MIT found that negative content spreads 6 times faster than positive content. Why? Because the brain is wired to focus on threats, music, entertainment, and self-image. Many people unconsciously sing along to lyrics that reinforce negative beliefs. Example, if you repeatedly listen to songs about heartbreak, struggle, or failure, your subconscious absorbs these narratives as personal truth. Cultural programming and family beliefs. Many people are raised hearing scarcity-based language like, "money is hard to make," or "rich people are greedy." Others grow up hearing limiting beliefs like, "you have to struggle to succeed," or "dreaming big is unrealistic." These phrases become internalized truths that shape financial, career, and relationship decisions without people even realizing it. Reprogramming your subconscious mind for success. The good news, just as negative language programs failure, positive language can rewire your subconscious for success. Step 1. Audit your input. Reduce exposure to toxic conversations, negative media, and limiting beliefs. Surround yourself with uplifting content, books, motivational speakers, and success stories. Step 2. Use subconscious reprogramming techniques. Affirmations. Repeating empowering statements daily rewires the brain over time. Example, instead of saying, "I'm bad with money," say, "I am developing financial intelligence." Subliminal programming. Listening to positive affirmations while sleeping bypasses conscious resistance and plants new beliefs directly into the subconscious. Meditation and visualization. Studies show that visualizing success activates the same brain regions as actual achievement, training the subconscious for confidence. Step 3. Be intentional with your words. Stop saying, "I'm unlucky." Start saying, "I create my own luck." Stop saying, "I can't." Start saying, "I am learning." Stop saying, "I'm stuck." Start saying, "I'm finding new solutions." The way you speak to yourself and the words you absorb from the world around you are shaping your future. The takeaway: protect your mental programming. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. If you allow weeds of negativity to grow, they will take over. But if you intentionally plant seeds of success, confidence, and possibility, your life will transform. So ask yourself, what words are you letting into your mind every day? Are they building you up or breaking you down? Because once you become aware of this, you gain the power to change everything. The energy of words, do they carry vibrational power? Have you ever felt the impact of a single word on your emotions? How a genuine "I love you" can make your heart race, while a harsh "you're a failure" can leave a deep scar? Why do some words lift your spirit, while others drain your energy instantly? What if I told you that words don't just have meaning, they have frequency, vibration, and energy? For centuries, ancient mystics, spiritual teachers, and philosophers have believed that words carry hidden power beyond their literal definition. Now, modern science is beginning to prove what they always knew. The words you use emit energy, alter your emotions, and even influence your physical reality. The science of vibrational frequency in words. Dr. Masaru Emoto's water experiment, the proof that words reshape matter. In a groundbreaking study, Japanese researcher Dr. Masaru Emoto exposed water molecules to different words, then froze and examined them under a microscope. Here's what he found. Positive words, love, gratitude, peace, created beautiful, symmetrical, harmonious crystal structures. Negative words, hate, fear, anger, resulted in distorted, chaotic, and broken formations. Since the human body is over 70% water, this suggests that the words you expose yourself to, whether spoken, written, or thought, are literally influencing your physical structure. Neuroscience and the power of sound frequency studies show that certain words trigger the release of stress hormones, cortisol, while others release dopamine and serotonin. Negative words activate the amygdala, fear center, of the brain, creating a stress response, even if no real danger exists. The vibrational frequency of spoken language affects brainwave states, which is why mantras, prayers, and affirmations can induce deep meditative states. The quantum connection. Do words affect reality? In quantum physics, scientists have discovered something shocking. Particles behave differently depending on whether they are being observed or not. This means that consciousness itself influences physical matter. If thoughts and words are a form of energy, could they be influencing the quantum field around us? Many believe this is the foundation of manifestation, the law of attraction, and even prayer. Ancient wisdom, the hidden power of sacred words. Long before modern science, ancient cultures understood that words and sounds have power. The Bible, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. Words were seen as divine tools that could shape reality. The Quran, be, and it is. Kun fayakun. Words are described as a force that brings things into existence. Hinduism and Sanskrit mantras. The Om mantra is believed to vibrate at the frequency of the universe itself. Repeating certain words in Sanskrit is said to activate higher states of consciousness. Jewish Kabbalah. The Hebrew language is believed to contain hidden numerical and vibrational codes that influence destiny. These ancient beliefs suggest that words are not just tools for communication, they are tools for creation. The experiment. Test it for yourself. Want proof? Try this. 1 plant 2. Seeds experiment. Take 2 identical plant seeds. Speak positive words. You are growing beautifully, full of life. To 1. Speak negative words. You are weak, you will fail, to the other. Observe their growth over 30 days. The difference will shock you. Self-talk challenge. For the next 7 days, eliminate all negative words from your vocabulary. Instead of saying I'm tired, say I'm recharging. Instead of I'm terrible at this, say I'm learning this skill. Track how your energy, mood, and experiences shift. Because here's the truth. Words are not just communication. They are energy. And energy, when directed properly, can transform everything. How to reprogram your reality. The blueprint for transformational language. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract success effortlessly while others struggle their entire lives? Why do some individuals radiate confidence while others drown in self-doubt, even when they have the same skills and opportunities? The answer isn't luck, intelligence, or background. It's language. The way you speak to yourself and to the world programs your subconscious mind, rewires your brain, and shapes your reality. And here's the secret: you can reprogram it. Science, ancient philosophy, and modern psychology all confirm that if you change your words, you change your life. But how do you do it effectively? Let's break it down. Step 1. Identify and eliminate toxic language. Before you can reprogram your reality, you have to identify the words that are keeping you stuck. Negative self-talk. I'm not good enough. I'll never be successful. I always fail. Every time you say these words, you reinforce a neural pathway in your brain that makes failure your default setting. The way you speak to yourself and to the world programs your subconscious mind, rewires your brain, and shapes your reality. And here's the secret: you can reprogram it. Science, ancient philosophy, and modern psychology all confirm that if you change your words, you change your life. But how do you do it effectively? Let's break it down. Step 1. Identify and eliminate toxic language. Before you can reprogram your reality, you have to identify the words that are keeping you stuck. Negative self-talk. I'm not good enough. I'll never be successful. I always fail. Every time you say these words, you reinforce a neural pathway in your brain that makes failure your default setting. Scarcity and limiting beliefs. Money is hard to make. Opportunities are rare. Only lucky people succeed. These words train your brain to focus on lack instead of opportunities. Emotional triggers. Saying I'm so stressed increases cortisol and creates more stress. Saying I'm exhausted makes you feel more drained. Saying I hate my job wires your brain to resist any positive experiences at work. The fix? Replace these with neutral or positive alternatives. Instead of I'm terrible at this, I'm learning and improving. Instead of I'm broke, I'm in the process of increasing my wealth. Instead of I'm exhausted, I'm recharging my energy. Your brain listens to what you say. Speak with intention. Step 2. Rewire your brain with empowering language. Now that you've removed toxic language, it's time to reprogram your subconscious with transformational words. The power of I am statements. Your subconscious mind accepts I am statements as truth, whether they are positive or negative. I am confident. I am capable. I am worthy of success. Even if you don't fully believe these at first, your brain begins to rewire itself with repetition, shifting your identity with language. Instead of, I want to be successful, say, I am becoming successful every day. Instead of, I hope I can do this, say, I am capable and prepared. Third-person self-talk for power and clarity research by psychologist Ethan Kross found that talking to yourself in the third person boosts confidence in decision-making. Instead of, I'm nervous about this speech, say, your name is going to deliver an amazing speech. This technique detaches emotion from fear, making your mind work in a more logical, empowering way. Step 3. Reprogram the subconscious with daily practice. Morning and night affirmations. Morning, start your day with positive programming. Today, I am powerful, focused, and in control. Opportunities flow to me effortlessly. Night, rewire your subconscious while you sleep. I am growing, learning, and becoming the best version of myself. My mind is strong, my body is healthy, my spirit is at peace. Writing and speaking affirmations. Writing affirmations reinforces them at a deeper level. Write down 5 powerful affirmations every day for 30 days. Speak them out loud with emotion. Words only work when backed by feeling. Subliminal programming and sleep reprogramming. Listen to positive affirmations while you sleep. Your subconscious absorbs them effortlessly. Neuroscience shows that the brain is most receptive to new beliefs when in a relaxed state. The takeaway: speak your future into existence. Your words are not just sounds, They are commands to your subconscious mind. So ask yourself, what story are you telling yourself every day? Are your words building your future or sabotaging it? Because once you realize that you are the programmer of your own reality, everything changes. Mastering the art of communication, how words influence others. Have you ever wondered why some people can command a room with just their words, while others struggle to be heard? Have you noticed how great leaders, charismatic speakers, and even the most persuasive people all seem to have a way with words, an ability to make people listen, believe, and act? What if I told you that it's not just what they say, but how they say it that makes all the difference? Because here's the secret. The way you use language doesn't just shape your own mind, it shapes the way others perceive and respond to you. Words are not just sounds. They are instruments of influence, tools of leadership, and weapons of persuasion. If you learn how to speak with clarity, confidence, and emotional intelligence, you can transform relationships, win people over, and even shift the course of your own success. The science of influence. Why some words have more power. Researchers at Harvard University found that only 7% of communication is based on the actual words spoken. 38% is based on tone of voice. 55% is based on body language and delivery. This means that it's not just the words you say, it's how you say them. A study from MIT also showed that people are more likely to believe a statement if it is spoken with certainty, even if it's false, delivered with a strong, confident voice, said with pauses for impact instead of rushed speech. This is why great speakers like Martin Luther King Jr., Steve Jobs, and Winston Churchill were so powerful. They mastered not only words, but their delivery. The psychology of persuasion, how words shape perception. Psychologist Dr. Robert Cialdini, author of Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, discovered that people respond more favorably to language that includes social proof. Everyone is doing it. Authority, experts say. Scarcity, this opportunity won't last. Commitment and consistency. You've already started. Why stop now? Framing and reframing language. The way you frame a sentence completely changes how people react to it. You never listen to me. Feels like an accusation, creates defensiveness. I feel unheard sometimes, and I'd love for us to communicate better. Creates empathy and connection. Great communicators don't just talk. They understand how words shape emotions, how to speak with power and influence. Now that you understand the science, how do you apply it? Step 1. Master the power of tone and body language. Speak slowly and deliberately. Fast speech weakens impact. Use pauses to make key points stand out. Maintain eye contact. It builds trust and authority. Step 2. Speak in positive, empowering language. Avoid weak phrases like, I think. Instead, say, I know. Replace, I hope this works with, this will work. Use words that inspire action. Let's do this. We are capable. Step 3. Use persuasive framing instead of, this is hard. Say, this is a challenge we'll overcome. Instead of, I have a problem, say, I have a solution to find. Step 4. Mirror and match energy for connection. Studies show that subtly mirroring someone's speech and body language builds trust. If someone speaks softly, lower your tone slightly to match them. If someone is excited, reflect their energy with enthusiasm. Step 5. The power of questions. Instead of making demands, ask powerful questions. How can we solve this together? Invites cooperation. What's the best outcome we can create here? Shifts focus to solutions. The takeaway, speak to shape the world around you. The way you speak determines how people see you, how much influence you have, what opportunities come your way. So ask yourself, are your words making people feel inspired or discouraged? Are you speaking with confidence or uncertainty? Are you shaping reality or letting others shape it for you? Because once you master the art of communication, you don't just influence people, you shape the world. Unlocking the hidden power of words. Have you ever considered that every word you speak is shaping your reality moment by moment? That the language you use, internally and externally, isn't just describing your life, but actively creating it? By now, you've seen the undeniable truth, from neuroscience to ancient philosophy, from psychology to quantum physics. Words are not just sounds, they are reality-shaping forces. So let's reflect. The journey we've taken, the truth about words reprogram your brain. Every phrase you repeat builds neural pathways that shape your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Words shape perception. Language filters reality, influencing what you see, believe, and experience. Words program your subconscious. What you hear daily, news, conversations, music, silently rewires your belief system. Words carry vibrational energy. Science and ancient wisdom confirm that language has a frequency that affects the mind and body. Words influence others. The way you communicate determines how people see you, how much respect you earn, and how much influence you hold. And the most important truth of all, you can take control. You can rewrite your mental programming, change your self-talk, and use words as a tool to reshape your life. Your challenge, 21 days to transform your reality. Now that you know this, what will you do? For the next 21 days, commit to a simple yet powerful challenge. Eliminate negative self-talk. No more, I can't, I'm not good enough, or I'll never succeed. Reframe every limiting belief. Instead of this is impossible, say I will find a way. Speak success into existence. Every morning, say, I am capable. I am learning and growing every day. Opportunities flow to me effortlessly. Be conscious of the words around you. Avoid negative news, toxic conversations, and limiting beliefs from others. Surround yourself with uplifting messages, powerful language, and empowering ideas. Because after 21 days, something incredible will happen. Your mind will change. Your emotions will shift. Your reality will begin to transform. And you will realize the hidden power of words has always been within you. Final reflection. What words will you choose? Right now, you have a choice. Will you continue using words that hold you back? Or will you start speaking a future filled with confidence, success, and limitless possibilities? Because in the end, your words are the code of your existence. The only question is, what will you program next?